Welcome to Solekted TV, Yasmin. What's going on? What's going on?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna start it off because we have to talk about it. So, as you know, for anyone that's on the socials that follows me, you'll know that week one, basically, of trying to film Solekted TV Series 2, Yasmin was actually one of the first guests that I had booked to come and sit. So we came, we conquered. It was rainstorm that day. It was a lot to kind of get ready for that first week of filming. So Yasmin actually was someone else that I recorded with, but of course, you know, there was a problem with the footage and whatever, so we couldn't put that episode out. But we are here, you know, we made it happen. I was like, Yasmin, please come back, because yeah, obviously that was a pain. But yeah, we're here. So I thought, you know what, let me put that out there. I might even put like a little clip in there for people to see all the previous, you know, the ones. You know what was annoying? Like I saw it, and then I saw like your fit, and it was a really good conversation. Nice. So I was like,
it was so good.
It was such a good conversation, but not to worry, guys. We move. So yeah. So firstly, just if you've watched Solekted TV, of course, the space that we celebrate everyone, no matter how big or small you're following or any of that kind of stuff. So just for those that haven't met you, just introduce yourself.
My name is Yasmin. It's Yasmin101 on Instagram.
Come on, plug in already.
A little bit. I'm a sneaker collector, I guess, sneaker fan. Collecting for a couple of years, not too long.
Okay.
Quite new in this space.
Yeah, quite new. You know, we'll get into those kind of topics around new. But how would you say you kind of got into sneakers? So what kind of? I know you said you're kind of new to collecting, but how did you kind of get into it? What made you start sort of collecting?
So I've liked trainers since I was like 14, 15 properly. Before that, I had growing up Air Force Ones, Air Maxes. You know, the normal school things that everyone wanted. Yeah. Ask your mum for.
Yeah.
But then I studied fashion in college.
Oh, nice.
So I started to get into like more fashion and sneakers through that.
Yeah.
And started to find like what sort of fashion.
Okay.
What sort of style I liked. And I started to like more streetwear, and then through that found sneakers. Yeah. And then I had quite a big influence from friends and things. Like one of my friends, she really liked Jordan 11s. Okay, nice. Yeah, so that really put like a big like indent in me. Like I was like, damn, these are nice. I remember like the Space Jam 11s.
Yeah, oh god,
first pair that I like, properly was like, oh, I need those. I like need them. Yeah. And I couldn't get them.
Oh no!
I know. One day.
There's still time.
There's still time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like proper on it with those, and I really wanted them. And then I vowed to myself, I was like, do you know what? The first pair I want to properly get, will be 11s. Okay,
nice.
Made that happen.
You made it happen. So which 11s did you get then?
It was the Win like 98, 89.
Okay, nice.
Number. But yeah, I got those. They're blue and white Jordan 11s.
Yeah.
And then the first collab pair I got, which we'll get into.
We will get into that. Don't worry. But so would you say that was like the point of you like wanting to collect, or was that something else? Was there another pair that kind of?
I think these and the ones that I think we're going to talk about next.
We'll talk about. That's
those
no worries.
Proper got me into collecting. I think I was a lot slower with it than other people. I didn't jump on the wave at the time, and it was so much easier back then. Thinking about it now,
yeah. No, 100%.
But like even like the Yeezy trend and things like that, I was a lot slower too. Because I remember even getting my first pair of Yeezys, like I literally walked in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, when Yeezys really kind of became a thing, they were like gold dust. Like it was trying to get a pair of them was like
I remember
you just couldn't, like, it was impossible. And I think I said this before, there was a point or something that I read that Kanye basically wanted to, or had the plan to make everyone get a Yeezy at some point, or make it a bit more accessible. So there was a point where, I don't know, it kind of switched, and suddenly there was more releases coming out. It felt like the volume of Yeezys was there. Like they were pretty much available. Like a lot of the raffles that I would enter for through Adidas, I would pretty much hit. So it was kind of like, okay, they must have some pairs. I'm glad it kind of went in that direction. Obviously Yeezys, a whole nother conversation. A whole nother conversation with the Yeezys. But I think people with Yeezys have got it at kind of different points. So some people got some of the earlier pairs, and then when it became sort of more, more people wearing it, they kind of stopped. And then some people kind of started towards the end, really.
A lot of people, I think.
I would say in terms of like wanting a pair, for me, it was that kind of started at the earlier stages. But then when it wasn't so accessible, I was like, whatever. But then when it became accessible, that's when my Yeezys just kept I kept slowly building a little Yeezy collection. But that's a bit of a touchy one nowadays to even say it. Don't cancel me, guys, saying
please,
talking about Yeezy. No cancellations. So just in regards to women's releases, so I like to, obviously, being women ourselves, this is something that I'm sure we have conversations about, even outside of this space. So I know I keep an eye on what's coming out. You know what, we have these conversations about sizing, and everyone that knows me knows I'll always have that, right? I'm always going to fight that battle when it comes to sizing. One thing I do want to kind of clear up, just because I know that especially with this week, with certain pairs there's been a lot of conversation about this whole sizing thing again. I have these conversations all the time with that. It feels any kind of platform I'm on, I'm always going to talk about it, even on my socials everywhere. But I would say, even though I'm rooting for us women to have our pairs and the inclusivity and them to kind of consider us in designs, not just in terms of like sizing, but just sometimes not, I love pink, but not putting too much pink everywhere and then just saying, oh, it's a women's shoe, let's pinkify everything. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, but so I always like, as much as I talk about sizing, I'm talking about it on the perspective of like just including
women
in women's sizing, or I would say the smaller range sizing in most shoes. I don't actually have anything against men wearing women's shoes. They do it anyway, or extending sizing. For me, and my battle is more so, I guess this comes across as a bit selfish, but my battle is, as long as the sizing is available for everyone, then let's go with that. We don't even have to call it a women's shoe at this point, just being honest. But if we are going to call it a women's shoe, fine, that's let us have our moment. But I also don't have anything against it being extended sizing.
No, that's the thing. I think like with bigger releases especially, which I'm sure we'll touch on.
Well, there's a lot of things we're touching on. We're doing bare indirects, guys. But it's only indirects. I think people can feel it brewing what we're going to kind of talk about. It's one of those things.
I think with the women's release, look, like, we want trainers, and we want them in all sizes, a broad range, but that doesn't mean it has to be, like you said, a women's colorway, and what people think a women's colorway is. Sometimes we like the men's colorways. We just want them in women's sizing.
Like,
I don't think that should still be an issue in 2023.
This is the thing, like, and when people hear me rant, they think, oh, she's just moaning about like her small size and and then I get this speech about like, oh no, it's a cost thing, that's why smaller sizes don't come out in certain pairs, but it's like, I don't know, sometimes I think people are taking that like I'm just worried about the smaller sizing. I'm actually talking about everyone all together. So whether you're on the other spectrum or you know, larger sizing, I still want it to be something that's, you know, available. So on that, is there any release in particular that's like been your favorite in terms of women's releases?
So we'll mention the less controversial one.
Yes.
The one on my feet right now.
Yes.
Wash Pink, Jordan 1s. These were on my list.
Yep.
From when we filmed our last episode.
Yes, of course.
Conveniently.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to cop these.
Yeah, they are
summer.
Yeah.
They are outside. Go off. They're outside.
They're going to go off. You know what's funny? I mentioned them on our first recording. I also mentioned them on the first episode.
Yes.
And guys, can you believe that I don't have them?
Missed the ball with... You dropped it. You dropped the ball, that one.
Honestly, I was having one of them weeks. It was mad busy. I was like... obviously, I think those dropped on the Saturday morning.
Yeah, something like that.
So I do remember entering a few raffles for them in terms of store raffles. Obviously, didn't hit there. But then the actual raffle on Sneakers app... I completely slept through it. Like, it wasn't until like midday when I'm seeing people put it up on the story talking about I got the win. I was like, wait, hold on a minute, something's gone wrong here. So I'm still trying to cop them. Hopefully I'll be able to cop them for retail, but they are definitely a really, really nice pair. I'm gonna probably be staring at them this whole episode, you know, why not? But I'm manifesting it.
100%.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll keep you guys posted. Anyone in the comments as well, if you know where I can get them, please plug me. Shameless plugs. Cool. So of course I always ask everyone to bring on their favorite shoe. I think it's important to keep doing. I know someone asked me, why do you what's with the favorite shoe thing? I like it. You know what? I like it because I feel everyone's favorite pair, there's always a really good story sometimes,
100%.
or a really kind of funny story, and I just want to be able to sometimes talk about that, because sometimes, you know, when you see people and it's like they've got a particular silhouette that they're always wearing.
Yeah.
And then you always, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm extra, but sometimes I always think, why do they always like that pair? And I'm sure there's an interesting story. Hopefully we get a few more people on in the season as well to share these stories. But Yasmin, I'm going to get you, I can see the corner of my eye, I'm going to get you to show us firstly your favourite shoe, and talk to us about why you've bought that shoe.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to grab that, and if you just, the floor is yours. So here we have these beautiful...
They are the Skepta Air Maxes.
Ooh.
This was his first collab as well. So these are very special to me. I'm a big Skepta fan, which I don't think a lot of people know about me.
Yeah.
I'm into grime.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, these were his first collab. In my opinion, the best pair out of all of the...
hands down.
Out of all of them he did.
Hands down.
I love them. And they were my first collab pair as well, and I like my first proper pick up. I had my first raffle.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I never raffled for anything in my life before that, and I was like, oh my god, how does this work?
Yeah. She's like, how does it work? What do I do? I think the first time I was trying to enter a raffle, I was trying to do follow the leader, I started mirroring people's comments in the I'm like, what am I doing? Until I had the confidence to ask someone about these raffles, because I obviously was only aware of the store pickups and stuff like that. So when the raffles became a thing, at first I thought it was a bit weird, and I thought, no one's going to win that. It's one of them online, feel like some long form, and no one's going to win it. So, but when I was seeing that people thank the raffle winner, I was like, okay, this could work. So I don't often see too many people with them as well. So although it's it's everyone knew about that collab, but either people aren't wearing it, or I just don't really see it even posted anywhere. I wouldn't say it's my silhouette. I love that shoe. Even if even if that wasn't a Skepta collab, I still love the color of that. The color is stunning. So even if that was like a standard sort of general kind of 97, I would still really like that shoe. I think the fact that it is a collab, and there's definitely been some thought behind the colors and all of that.
100%.
I completely agree with that. So just on collabs, what would you say has been one of your, even if you have more than one, what's been one of your kind of main collabs that have happened in sort of the last 12 months, I would say?
I say I've got two.
Okay.
We'll start with the first one. Cortez and Nike.
Yeah.
You got to respect it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the shoe, even if you don't like Clint, even if you don't like Cortez, you've got to respect the collaboration.
Yeah.
You have to. I think just on the basis of what he's done and how much he's achieved.
Yeah.
And for him to get that collab, it doesn't happen too often.
It's mad.
It doesn't.
You know what? When I saw the, I think that picture he took in Oxford Street
with the logo,
like, you know what it is, I was praying to the heavens. I was like, I hope this isn't an edit, I hope this is real life, I hope it's, and it was like, oh my god, this is really happening. Like it was mad.
I was gassed for him.
He was then flooded all over the timeline, and I was like,
everyone's story
mad.
was that picture.
Everyone's story was that picture. It was sick. Did you manage to get a pair of them?
I didn't. I'm quite sad.
I'm sadder. Like, I think is it a battle of the bots, really?
I think the last one was so I tried.
Okay. I think we all tried.
I really tried.
Yeah.
On that night out.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Some of the Cortez up?
No, yeah, it just... I knew it would be like that, because I think anything that comes from that brand is just like hotcakes. So I was seeing a lot of, like, I know that the brand went to New York, and they posted up there. That was sick. One thing I would say about the brand is their marketing is, which I'm probably like the 1000th person to say that. No, but the marketing behind that is genius.
And that's why I think he's so successful as well, because he's been so different. He's had consistent hype as well.
No, 100%.
So consistent, and he keeps putting out consistent good products as well.
Listen, when I saw like the New York surge and then I saw the Paris surge, I was like,
oh, the Paris one.
I was like, what is going on here? Like, this is crazy.
People are literally fighting
for every, I don't know, my brain like thinks like, because we're in London or the UK, it's like we think that we're the only one that kind of sees these things or goes crazy for these things. And then when you see like abroad, like they're in America, and it's like, I think this guy could go to Antarctica and they'll still be running. Like 100%. Literally, I honestly, take my hat off to it. What's been like your favourite pair out of the three that came out?
Do you know what? The pink and then the olive and then the blue.
Okay.
I originally wanted the pink, and then I was like, the olive would be like, it'd be alright.
Yeah.
I should have got the olive.
I actually like, I prefer that first pair that came out, that olive colour looking one. That one I'm still trying to get. But, it's sizing, here's that word again, sizing, looking for it. I did actually go to the website and see that there were sizes still there, but obviously they weren't my size. Like, the smallest I was seeing was like 4.5, so I was like, I can't, even with like 20 million insoles, it's not gonna work out. I'm not a big 95s fan, but I think just for the culture, just for his story, the brand story, I just feel like I really want like a pair.
Yeah, me too. I mean, originally I was like discussing it with other people. I just feel like it wouldn't look right on me anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I used to wear them back in college before like secondary school.
Yeah.
But it was like now, would it suit my style now and how I am now? Would I look too Northwest, as it were?
No, but I think, us women we pull off most things.
We pull it off.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just... It's just one of those. Just saying, we pull off most things. So I don't know. Yeah, 95s is not really my silhouette, but I do feel like I need to get that pair just for the culture.
For culture, it's like one of the top shoes.
100%. So we've spoken about entries. Trying to get our pairs, trying to get our hands on things. So next question again. It's one of those questions I have these conversations and I like to bring it to the show and be like, okay, let me get this person's perspective on it. Raffles versus first come first serve. What side are you on?
Raffles.
Why raffles?
Because it's just a lot easier in terms of actually getting the trainer.
Yeah.
First come first serve. You've got resellers camping outside from God knows how long.
Yep.
And then you've got the people that don't know how to control themselves.
Yep.
In the lines.
Hunger Games.
And then they end up shutting it because it all just kicks off.
Yep.
And then sometimes your shoe's not even there.
Yep.
Like, the size is just gone. So then by the time you get to the front, oh, your shoe size is not here.
Yeah, it's like... no warning, no heads up. So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna. Some of them cues started looking like an episode of Top Boy. I was not feeling it. I'm like, do you know what I mean? I'm one of my mother's, daughters and stuff like that. I want to come home in one piece.
100%.
Like, so at a point, it's like I love sneakers, but do I really love it that much?
I love my life more.
It's just the cutting in cues. The like. I started feeling like, right, I'm gonna need to like go with a guy and when you got to start like pre-planning stuff in that element for like safety, I said it was one too many kind of cutting cue moments that I was like
nah,
not for me. So me personally, I agree, I'm definitely for the raffles. I know it's controversial because people still get a bit Salt Bae about raffles as well.
I get it. There's pros and cons to both. Look, the raffle thing is bots now. It is bots. Even with said release that we could discuss.
Yes, of course.
There was a lot of bots. From the moment it dropped, that was it. My phone was glitching. I could not even open the app for 5 minutes. I was just like, what the hell? But at the same time, does it save you a lot of time? Yes. Is it easier? Yes. Are you guaranteed to know where you're going to get it or not? Yes. And you've got multiple options. If you go to first come first serve, you've got to pick one store. Otherwise,
you can't split your time. Then you'll be hearing don't come here, it's a madness, it's riot, fire, bombs, fireworks. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just, it's chaos. But there's elements of me that definitely I can't remember who I was speaking to, but they were literally telling me the other day they went into a store and like they picked up a pair and like just that feeling of going to the shop, picking up a pair, trying it on and then walking out with it. Like, there's kind of, I don't think you can really beat that feeling.
No, never.
Even if you go to like pick up for a raffle win, it's still not the same feeling in a weird way. But I just think like for accessibility and for safety, now we've got to talk about safety, definitely I'm for the raffles as well. Just on raffles, so we all know what this week was. So there was, of course, a very, very significant pair that came out this week. Indeed. I know we touched on women's releases, but this was actually another women's release. I'm going to let you grab the pair. Are you back with us, Yasmin?
I'm back.
You're back in the room. So yes, please show the people. Ta-da! Show the people the pair. Of course, for those that don't know, this is the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low in the olive colorway. I love the way you're proper modeling it like a QVC model. Honestly, I think I'm kind of speechless. Like, the shoe speaks for itself.
It is.
Obviously, yes, this was obviously a pair that was very controversial for many reasons. When we're talking about this whole raffle and first come first serve.
My gosh.
In your opinion, why? Firstly, congratulations on the W.
Thank you.
I also got the W.
You too.
Come on. Manifested that one.
Yes.
I heard someone. I saw like pictures leak of this particular shoe sometime last year. One of my really good friends also told me that this is rumored to be a women's only shoe.
Yeah.
I was like, people chat, so I was like, until I see it, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
When it actually came out that it was a women's release, my heart sank. But then it was that battle of, am I going to get it?
Are you? Yeah.
Am I going to get it? Like, it's the first time, again, for people that might be like base size like myself. So I wear a UK 3.5. For anyone from the US, it's like a US 6, I believe. So sizing when it comes to sort of height releases is always a myth, pretty much. So especially with the Travis Scotts, I don't have a Travis Scott Jordan 1. So this is now officially my first.
My first as well.
Woo, woo, woo. And your first as well. Come on. So I was literally, I'm not gonna lie, I was literally checking with all the girl them that I'm cool with. I was checking, did you lot hit? Did you lot hit? Did you get him? Did you get him? So I think the majority of us, we won.
Yes.
Congratulations. Again, I'm not against anyone, any of the fellas that have like the smaller sizing, because I think in the UK these only went up to like 7.5, 9.5.
7.5 for all the raffles.
All the raffles. So I'm not against, again, anyone on the other spectrum, any of the guys that fall into the smaller foot. But I'm again happy that at least all of us smaller foot women got it. Release, honestly, can we talk about it though? I know, Yaz, you're gonna be honest with me.
100%.
What kind of happened? Because you know what it is. I feel like we need to just address it. So obviously on Instagram. Yeah, for anyone that isn't in the scene, so these obviously got released, or the kind of publicised that the release was going to happen. This was the date, X, Y, etc., etc. So in the midst of all the entering in for this particular pair, there was a lot of controversy, to say the least. Yeah. So without naming anything or exposing anything, it just was a lot of kind of, I would say, those that knew that they couldn't get hold of the pair because of sizing or whatever it is, just became a little bit on the, do I say it, on the salty side?
It is salty. Look, at the end of the day, this was a women's release. Before anyone comes to me, yes, I didn't like this colorway at first.
Yes.
I grew to like it. Yes. And Joe, when we originally filmed our first episode, I said this on the podcast.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Gonna end up liking it.
Yeah, you did. You were really honest about that. Like, you didn't just because it was a women's decide that you want it, but it's one of those things that it will grow on you. Certain pairs that happens. Like I've got a couple pairs that I'm thinking, do I really like these? Lost and found for one. Like, I wasn't a massive fan of the crackling and the reimagined situation. Yeah. But as I started to see more pictures come out, okay, these are bad. I can work with these. Yeah. So there was a lot of controversy around it, which was really disappointing, because I felt like for people like you, me, and a lot of other women that have never had this, Travis Scott before, I think it kind of dimmed it took away the joy of it. It took away the excitement of finally having a women's shoe. I said it already in certain comments. You know me, I can't hold myself. No. I already said, like, there's been so many, I think roughly about 6 releases of the Travis Scott Jordan 1 that, for those that do fall into that kind of smaller group, have never even been able to enter for.
That's the thing.
And it's like, we finally get to enter, and what I found really, really weird was there are certain people that, being in the community, trying to help each other out with getting a win. There's been so many people that I have previously entered for, and it was kind of like when it came for like a women's pair, it was like the favour. I was expecting like there to be a queue. That there to be a queue of like, let me enter for you, sis. Let me do this for you. And when that didn't happen, that was the first sign of like, okay. Luckily, I was able to obviously get a win through a raffle, but I was really kind of taken aback by the reaction of many people that knew that it wasn't an option for them.
Yes.
Like, with the whole letting other people have, okay, fair enough. I think we're now in the culture where people are, they're making money off of this, they may not be as passionate about, like, I wear my trainers and it ain't nothing for sale, ain't nothing, no nothing. So I wear my trainers no matter the fact they can be worth $1 million or be on sale for £60. I'm still going to wear them. So for me, it's like, it was more a case of like, for those especially that on a day-to-day I might have conversations about understanding so for example, the past few Travises that have come out, I've been quite vocal about not having anything. I'm not having a go at the retailers, but more so like, oh, you know, come on, man, like bust the smaller sizing. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I'll be like, I'll even myself be open like, oh, I wish they did like smaller sizing. Like, let's be more inclusive. Let's be that. But that's not technically atting anybody else or having a go at anyone that has, you know, got their W. Yeah. But for me, it's kind of like, there's people that were also waving the flag with me in terms of, yeah, I get it, you know, like they should do more smaller sizing. Those same people were very, very mute this time, or they were salty, and I didn't understand. It just kind of like, okay, you support women, but do you really?
Do you know
what I mean? Yeah. So that really, honestly, I learned a lot this week from this whole, like, imagine one shoe of like number 7?
Yeah.
And not one guy come forward like, yeah, sis, let me enter. Bury them are like, oh yeah, do you want the jacket? Do you want the trousers? But it was like, when it came to it, like, no one was really saying like, oh yeah, I'll enter for you, or I'll this or that.
Yeah,
nothing. But it's like the amount of people I've entered for, not to go on a rant, but the amount of people I've entered for when when I knew that Travis's weren't even an option for me.
Yeah,
it's quite like eye-opening, and I try to push the community and, you know, hoping that we are kind of all together. But it really was an eye-opener for me, definitely. You know, lesson learned.
That's the thing, at the end of the day, like, you should want to help, especially someone that can't usually get their sizing in a shoe, and this is the last collaboration that he will do with us at the moment. So it's like, why not help? Yeah. But I also do think, because it is the last one, that is why people
were like, the uproar. I just think it dimmed the light a lot on what was supposed to be a special moment for a lot of us. Like, when I got there, like, to the retailer to pick mine up, it was kind of like I felt a bit deflated because of all the negativity around it. Yeah, I felt like I couldn't even really be excited about it. I got excited when I got home, kind of thing. Yeah. Like, when I opened it up, and that's when I got excited. And it's like the usual kind of days when you see people picking up and there's people out taking pictures, that kind of vibe. It was a shame that we didn't get to have that. And it was these are moments where I feel like, this sometimes where women do kind of get the short straw. It's moments 100%. Like that prove that we still got a lot of work to do with that. We got a lot of work to do with that. 100%. But congratulations on the W. Congratulations on any other women, any of my base size women, any of our women that won that pair. If you did win a pair, in the comments, let me know. I'm really celebrating that, waving the flag for us. So just in terms of other kind of sneaker releases, is there anything that you're kind of looking forward to coming out?
Yes.
Yes. She's like, yes.
Of course. So newest ones that are coming out soon. Yeah. Thunders.
Yeah.
Now, I really want them. Yeah. My bank account's saying no.
Okay, she said her bank might say no.
Will I probably get them?
Yes, yeah. Hopefully.
I'm really hoping to get those, if I'm honest. Yeah. And then washed black Jordan 1s.
Yep.
It's the next one in the pack. I do want them, but part of me, like, I looked at my collection yesterday, I was like...
Reviewing the collection.
Will they... Yeah. Will they fit in? Like, will I wear them enough to buy them? And I have to weigh that up in my head. Yeah. Yes, I want them. But at the end of the day, I also don't want to just buy for the sake of
buying. Yeah. I'm definitely selective. I know that everyone knows I'm a colours person. I love colour. So I'm not going to be your typical person that would buy like an all black shoe. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm definitely... I definitely do the same thing in terms of, will this kind of fit? Is this something I would normally wear? Is this a colour I would normally wear? How would I wear it? Because I'm an outfit person, so I'm sure you are as well with fashion. So yeah, all of those things come into mind. And then sometimes there'll be pairs that you think you like, and then you see it and you're like, actually, I'm not sure about it. So I guess we're getting to that stage. I think most people are maybe starting to think a bit more before they kind of impulsively buy sneakers. But I do like that shoe, and it will be interesting to see what the Thunders turn out like. Again, I always say I'm not a massive fours person. I'm not really a massive fours person. I like 1s, I like 11s, like you said, and I like sort of 6s as well. I oddly like 6s as well. I've got 5s on today, so my Jordan range is a bit but I would say definitely 1s, 11s is up there for me. But yeah, no, we'll see. Obviously, we'll see what that pair turn out like. So yeah, what is next for you? Have you got anything coming up, just in general? Don't even have to be sneaker related. Anything exciting to look forward to? So what's next for Yasmin?
Just trying to, live life, I guess.
Just living life.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more out there, consistent on the gram and other social media as well. I think I need to get out there a little bit more.
There should be some decent events coming out soon. Get some networking in there. Hopefully
one retailer.
And then I know it's getting warmer outside as well. Summer's
you'll
approaching.
See me. You'll absolutely
summer's approaching. So hopefully 100%. There'll be a lot of events out there for those that obviously haven't met Yasmin before. Hopefully you'll get to meet Yasmin. Now you've met her. Now you've seen her. See, we don't bite. So the next time you see Yasmin, obviously give her a shout. But yes, thank you so much, Yasmin, for coming on again. I should say again because this is part 2. But thank you for coming back. Honestly, it was a pleasure. I really wanted you to come back. I feel like I was robbed. I robbed you of getting to kind of experience the selective experience. So just always kind of end it on a if you just want to share your social, so how can people find you, where can people find you, if you just let us know, and then make sure you follow Yasmin.
Thank you. My Instagram is it's Yasmin 101. TikTok is _ it's Yasmin 101. That's about it for social media.
Cool. I know we don't really nowadays stretch past Instagram and TikTok.
No,
I'm literally like,
I have a Twitter. I don't use it, so I'm not going to advertise it because there's nothing.
You never know. But yeah, I think for the most part we kind of Instagram, TikTok, but I guess the rest are out there. So yeah, guys, make sure you follow Yasmin. So that's at it's Yasmin 101 on Instagram, and TikTok is
_ it's Yasmin 101
_ it's Yasmin 101. Amazing. But guys, that was another episode of Solekted. Whoop, 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 whoop. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Again, if any of you hit on those olives, amazing olives, put that in the comments. I'm celebrating. I'm liking and commenting everyone that says they got the W on theirs. Make sure you follow myself on Instagram, Creparella with 2 A's. Make sure you follow the Solekted page on Instagram as well, and Creparella on TikTok. I'm now thinking of all my social medias. And yes, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.